About a little bit about me. I moved from Albania about 24 years ago. Started working in the restaurant business, which I did that almost 20 years. Attended the University of South Florida Business School in downtown St. Petersburg and got my degree in finance. So, always been interested in numbers, economics. Excuse me. About almost 5 years ago, we had our first daughter, and the restaurant business, of course, it was great. The money was good, but then the scheduling, of course, led me to pursue the mortgage career. And I started working with my partner Brian about 5 years ago, or 4.5 years ago or so. Got until I started learning the business a bit more, and about a year and a half ago is when we opened our own business. It's been great. We are up to 14 loan officers now, which is very, very impressive considering what the market has done for the past year and a half. For example, 2023 was one of the slowest years in 25 years in mortgage applications, and 2024 also wasn't that great, right? There's been a little bit of a stall. What's here? About what we do, right? We are a broker. We are a wholesale broker. So we work with about between 20 and 25 lenders that we are partnered with, and we offer all the products available out there. So starting with conventional FHA, VA, and then all the non-QM, not qualified mortgage products, which is the DSCR, which stands for debt service coverage ratio. So this product, for example, is you qualify. We do not use your income to qualify. We qualify based on the income, projected income of the property. And this happens a lot with investors that don't want to show their income, or they're not showing their income on paper. They just want to acquire properties. Another product is bank statement loans. For example, if your CPA got creative, your top line looks great, bottom line doesn't look great on the tax returns. We have what's called bank statement loans, where we grab your 12 or 24 months of bank statements, do an average, and produce an income out of that as well. Other products that we offer, foreign nationals, of course, they require a larger down payment, but they're also available. And what makes us different, it's we get to shop your loan scenario with many of our lending partners. So, for example, let's just take a VA loan, right? Navy Federal or Veterans United or USAA, whatever those guys are doing, they're just advertising very heavily, right? Spending millions, hundreds of millions of dollars probably advertising. Who's paying for it? It's the veteran. It's the veteran that pays for it. So a lot of people tend to drink the Kool-Aid, and then whenever they come to us, we do that same exact scenario and save them tons of money. And this has happened with a lot of a few of the referrals that I've had here. For example, Tim had his buddy, he was working with XYZ lender. I took a look at his scenario, saved him about almost $4,000. Just pound for pound, and being able to explain to him, everything, every line item, and what's going on.
Best referral ever.
And best referral, that's right, yeah. And then, I've worked with Petra with a couple of clients of hers, and just being able to just to get creative, because it can be so complex, right? The mortgage business, there's just so many ways of doing things. So, she had a client, for no deal. Well, actually, he came to me. He's like, oh, this is way too high, the rate or whatever. It wasn't, right? So he goes to, was it TD Bank maybe?
I don't know,
yeah.
but it was bad.
And then Wells Fargo. So he goes to TD Bank, and then, you just walk to the bank, and it's just some guy. It's just some person that really just takes the order. Then they're like, oh yeah, great, we can do a mortgage, but the time is ticking also, right, on the contract. So then he has to pass it to the second person, and then so on and so on, whenever you walk to your bank, like your retail bank. And, a week before closing, they can't do it. They just find out they can't do it. Of course, I told him right off the bat, as soon as I looked at the paperwork. So then he comes back with a tail between his legs, right? And he just says, oh, and then we did close it. So just having the knowledge and having the resources, and how to get things done also gives us an edge on top of everything else. Also, what we also have as a broker, and the way we've built our company with the loan officers, is that we don't put like a huge margin. Like a lot of loan officers will have, they can't you know, whether it's even from other brokers, they don't have the flexibility that we give to our loan officers. It's not as profitable for us, for the company, but it's very, very beneficial to the clients. Let's see here. A good referral for me, right? So good referral would be, you know, and I hate saying anyone, but you know, if it's someone that's, you know, that is looking to buy or refinance their home, probably not a good time to refinance now, but someone that's looking to purchase their home, and you know, just have them reach out, you know, or connect us with the group text. Just say, hey, so and so. It's always good to take, you know, to have a second set of eyes. You know, people always, you know, just walk into the bank, they just offer them X, they're like, great. You know, you go to buy a piece of furniture and you go to 4 different places, right? And then the biggest purchase of your, you know, life probably, just one place, and like, okay, yeah, that's good enough, right? So that's a good referral, and of course, realtors, partners, you know, that's really our bread and butter, you know, for loan officers, because they know that they can trust someone that's local, that can get things done, and can get it done fast. So, you know, the ones that I work with, they swear by me, or by us, you know, the loan officers. So those would be good referrals for us. About 1 minute. You guys have any questions? Yeah, of course.
Have you got any kind of loan programs in place, or do you have any suggestions for these people that were affected by the floods that maybe don't have insurance? Is there some sort of financing or?
Of course, yeah.
Any expensive loan you can set them up with?
Correct, yeah. So one of them is called a 203H. It's a disaster loan. So what that favors is typically the most favorable one is whenever you have an FHA loan, you can't get a second FHA loan. You know, you have to have specific criteria. You have to be 100 miles away, you have to be displaced, so on and so on. Now the 203H is the disaster loan that will allow you to get another FHA loan, which would be, let's just say, 3 miles away. And also you can go up to 100% financing, right? The only caveat to it though is that if you currently have a mortgage here, that would take that into your DTI, debt to income ratio. So you would have to be able to carry both. But let's just say that you lost everything, but you still make good income, and you just want to buy another house. We're doing one right now. You just want to buy another house, you make decent money, and you don't want to put any more money down, right? And then whenever you fix this one, you sell it or whatever.
Can you use that money for the repairs on your existing home?
On the existing home, you know, you would use the insurance money,
Okay.
right? So there is no money, right? They're basically saying we'll pay for the whole house, we'll finance the whole house with 0 money down, right? We just pay for the closing costs. Any other questions? All right, thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Albi.